Hi and welcome to the channel. Today, i-unbox natin tong motherboard na to which is the Gigabyte UD A520i AC. UD is an entry-level line ni Gigabyte sa mga motherboards and A520 naman is an entry-level chipset for the end-of-life AM4 platform. So I got this for around 6,000 pesos which is basically the cheapest modern ITX motherboard around. Looking around the box, sa likod may mga features involved and less marketing. Anyway, opening the box. Pagkabukas ng box, bubungad agad yung motherboard. It is padded sa gilid by foams. Tapos sa ilalim yung accessories. So may manual, may CD driver, which is kind of new in this day and age. Ito yung Wi-Fi antenna. 2 SATA cables. Ito yung I/O shield. Then a fan extension cable. So yung motherboard features, 1 PCIe by 16 slot na PCIe Gen 3, 1 M.2 NVMe slot na Gen 3 din. So okay dito yung screw, nandito na siya agad pre-installed na. Less plastic and hindi na kailangan hanapin. So yung A520 chipset, nandito siya sa ilalim nitong UD series. No? So matatakpan siya ng M.2 slot kapag sinaksak mo na. 4 SATA ports. 1 CPU fan header, 1 system fan header na normal. Then, ito yung isa pang system fan header na kung saan kailangan mo gamitin tong extension cable. 1 3-pin na RGB header, then 1 4-pin na RGB header. So, mayroon siyang 6 space na power. Then, yung Wi-Fi card, ito mismo. Let me just show. And then the standards, no? So, ATX power, CPU power, front panel audio, front panel connectors, USB 3.2, then USB. Sa likod, walang backplate, which is okay lang naman. This is an entry-level board. Sa I/O side, merong isang DisplayPort, 2 HDMI, 6 na USB, tapos ito yung Q-Flash button. So basically, ito yung BIOS flashback, no? Which is a good to have in this budget motherboard. Tapos dito may sasaksak yung USB kapag magba-BIOS flashback ka na. This is a gigabit LAN, Wi-Fi antenna. Tapos ito yung sa audio output. Okay, so this is feature pack, no? For quote-unquote budget motherboard. Siguro ITX, kaya gano'n, no? Upper mid-range lagi in terms of feature and price. Against the B550i Aorus Pro AX, then ang advantage lang nun ay may PCIe 4 support, yung B550i. Meron siyang extra NVMe slot. Meron siyang USB Type-C port in replacement for 1 less USB-A port. 2.5 gigabit LAN yung B550i versus 1 gigabit LAN. May backplate, may integrated I/O shield, may M.2 heatsink, may PCIe steel reinforcement, 8-phase power versus 6 dito. And most of all, B550 can overclock or undervolt, while the A520 cannot, no? So yun yung limitation nitong A520. So most of the advantages ng B550 na sinabi ko ay pretty much optional except for the PCIe Gen 3. Lalo na kung i-prepare mo siya with RX 6500 XT or RX 6400. You don't need those if katulad kita na regular user at hindi naman nag-overclock. So I think A520 is good enough. However, if you are a hardcore ITX builder, yung tipong pagkakasyahin mo sa sub 10 liter builds yung 5950X, then B550i is a good choice. Kasi you can undervolt it lalo na kapag high-end parts yung gamit mo and you don't have enough space for a radiator. As for AM5 na upcoming, no, don't be scared na ma-outdate agad ito. At this budget, wala pang may papalit yung AM5. The cheapest B650 motherboard starts at more than $100. And for sure, yung ITX ay nasa upper mid-range yung presyo. Also, yung cheapest CPU na announced ay 7600X pa lang, which is worth $300 US. Wala pang papalit sa 5600X in terms of price and its thermal performance, which is very important sa mga budget ITX builds. This motherboard still has roughly a year before ko masabi na outdated na siya at may kapalit na talaga. As for general recommendations, so if you want a budget ITX right now, then this is the best option that you have, no? So yun lang. That's pretty much for my unboxing. Thanks for watching. Do like or dislike, comment on what you think, and subscribe for more unboxing and benchmarks. Bye!